Pain is a strange teacher. It enters without permission, lingers without apology, and leaves behind lessons we never asked for. Yet, it is in pain that some of the greatest transformations are born. Imagine a blade forged in fire. It is not the flame alone that creates its strength, but the pressure, the strikes, the repeated trials. So too is the human spirit, molded by its encounters with adversity. Pain is not the enemy. Pain is the birthplace of power, and those who learn to stand in its presence, to face it with their eyes open, often uncover the path to success that remains hidden from the comfortable, the untested, the unchallenged. There are moments in life when everything appears to fall apart, when the weight feels too heavy, when the silence after failure echoes louder than 1,000 voices. It is easy to believe in such times that pain is a signal to stop, to retreat, to give up. But let me offer a different perspective. What if pain is not a barrier but a doorway? What if it is the invitation to grow beyond what you were, to evolve into what you are meant to become? Think about the people who inspire you the most, the leaders, the trailblazers, the change makers. Their stories are not built on ease or comfort. Their legacies are not the result of perfect conditions. Endured heartbreaks, they failed, some of them publicly, some of them repeatedly. They were told it could not be done. They lost people. They faced betrayal. They sat in silence when the world moved on without them. But in those moments when everything hurt, they did something most people fear. They kept going. Pain tests belief. It strips away illusion and forces clarity. When pain arrives, it reveals what matters. It asks you, are you willing to pay the price of progress? Will you stay true to the vision when comfort disappears? Many want success, but few are willing to walk through the fire required to reach it. Pain is the price, but it is also the proof that you are alive, that you care, that you are pursuing something worthy of your life. Some people let pain define them. They carry their wounds like chains, allowing every step forward to be weighed down by the memories of past hurts. Others choose differently. They carry their scars not as signs of defeat, but as proof of survival. They turn their pain into fuel, not chains. They turn pain into purpose. You look at the mountains before you, the challenges that seem too large, the dreams that feel out of reach, the fears that whisper, you are not enough. They are not there to block your path. They are there to build your strength. Each obstacle is an opportunity, not just to prove something to the world, but to discover something within yourself. When you face pain, you learn who you are. You see how deep your drive goes. You understand the strength of your vision, the fire of your intention. Pain exposes your foundation, and if you are willing, allows you to rebuild stronger. The world will not always understand this. In fact, the world may tell you to avoid discomfort, to seek ease. But those who accomplish what others deem impossible do not follow the path of least resistance. They step into the storm because they know that storms break weak branches, but they also water deep roots. Success is not handed to anyone. It is carved from the stone of struggle, from the grit of those who decide that pain is not a reason to stop, but a reason to push further. Behind every achievement, behind every moment of triumph, there is a story soaked in pain, but also in power. If you are hurting right now, it means you are on the edge of something powerful. It means life is giving you the raw material to shape your future. The choice is yours. You can let it destroy you, or you can use it. Use it to write your next chapter. Use it to light the fire in your chest that says, I will not be broken by this. I will be built by this. Let pain be your mentor. Let it teach you where your limits are and how to break through them. Let it show you what matters most. Pain has a way of sharpening focus. Suddenly, distractions fade. The opinions of others lose their weight. What remains is your voice, your desire, your commitment to become more. Often the greatest breakthroughs come just after the greatest breakdowns. It is in the moments when everything seems lost that many find exactly what they have been searching for all along. Not success as the world defines it, but a success that starts with a success built on character, forged in difficulty, and carried forward by discipline. You do not need perfect circumstances to succeed. You need commitment. You need courage. You need the will to keep walking when your legs tremble, when the path disappears, when no one is clapping. Success is often quiet at first. There are no cheering crowds. There is just the sound of your own breathing as you continue to rise each day, refusing to quit. You were not made to live a life untouched by pain. You were made to overcome it, to grow from it, to become wiser, stronger, more prepared. Every person who has achieved something great has been where you are, doubting, touching, questioning, wondering if they would ever reach the summit. They kept climbing, so can you. You are not your pain. You are what you do with it. You are the choices you make when no one is watching. You are the steps you take when the finish line is nowhere in sight. And every time you get back up, every time you show up when it hurts, you are building something greater than success. You are building a life of meaning. This world does not need more people who run from pain. It needs people who can stand inside the fire and still choose to love, to create, to lead. It needs people who can transform pain into power, not just for themselves, but for others. Because when you rise, you give others permission to rise. When you overcome, you light the way for those still lost in darkness. Success that is born in comfort fades quickly, but success that is earned through struggle endures. It has depth, it has soul, it carries a message. It reminds people that anything is possible if they are willing to face what must be faced. You do not have to like the pain, but you can honor it. You can let it serve you. Let it strengthen your voice, deepen your resolve, sharpen your focus. Let it remind you that you are alive and that every second is an opportunity to grow, to rise, to rewrite the story. Do not ask for the pain to leave. Ask for the strength to face it. Ask for the clarity to learn from it. Ask for the courage to keep going in spite of it. Every tear, every fall, every disappointment, it is not in vain if you use it. Let it push you, not break you. Do not wait for the perfect moment. Use the moment you are in, right here, right now. This is where your transformation begins. This is where your legacy takes shape. What you do in pain will echo far beyond today. It will become the story someone else clings to when their strength begins to fail. Let that story be one of perseverance. Let it be one of victory. Your pain is not weakness. It is evidence of your pursuit. It is a sign that you are alive, striving, evolving. Every time you choose to stand in pain and move forward. Anyway, you are proving to yourself and to the world that you are becoming someone extraordinary. You are not alone in your struggle, but it is your responsibility to choose what comes next. You can surrender or you can build. You can despair or you can decide. And that decision, that moment, changes everything. Let pain be the spark, not the end. If you are looking for a sign to keep going, this is it. If you need permission to rise, you already have it. Pain has not come to stay. It has come to shape you. Let it do its work and then rise stronger, clearer, more committed than ever. This is your time, not because it is easy, not because everything is perfect, but because you have been tested and you are still here, you are still standing, you are still hungry. That is success in its purest form, the will to continue, to strive, to become. Use the pain, build with it, transform with it. Let it drive you toward a life of meaning, of depth, of impact. Let it make you unstoppable.